Okay, my name is Jacob, and this is the homework 7 over classes. So we are given this UML here for patient, and first thing I noticed, everything was public, makes it pretty easy. Got first name, middle initial, last name, string and characters, an integer for the ID, Boolean for if they have the vaccine, yes or no, and a dictionary for the weights with the date time and the double, so the date the weight was taken and what the weight was, and then appointment history just as a list of strings. The operations here are just patient ID, and then given their name, combining the first name, middle initial, and last name. We're actually doing an override to string to combine everything, a double to calculate the max weight, then two voids to print out their appointment history and if they need the vaccine. And over here, it's just an explanation of what we needed exactly to do in each of those. So the first thing I did was create the patient public class. So everything is public in here. String, character, string, integer, bool, dictionary, and list, like it says over here. And all the names the same and all the get sets. Second part was just creating the patient method. So that was basically just setting what everything needs to start as. So everything here is empty up top. These are an empty dictionary, empty string. Set the vaccine to false and just the ID to 0. First major thing here is the override to string. It's the first of the 4 things it asks to do down here. And what this is doing is basically just setting the output. So we've got last name, first name, middle initial, ID in parentheses, and then flu vaccine, yes or no. So to get the yes or no, pretty simple. Just if it's yes, add yes to the end of the output. If not, add no, and then we're going to return the output, which is a string, which matches up there. Second is calculating the max weight. So started with the double max weight of 0. It has to be something you can do, I guess, a negative number, but it can't be void or null. So anyway, started at 0 for each item in the weights dictionary. That's a double because again, there's a date time and a double. So we want each of the doubles in there. If that item is more than the max weight, the new max weight is that item, and it's going to go through and look at all the different weights. So, 230, 225, 220, it's going to stay with 230. Then it's going to return that double again, fetching that. The last 2 are voids. This one's just console right lining every appointment and appointment history for the display appointment. And then lastly, if they have the vaccine or not and changing the value if they don't. So if they have it, just did some color because I was watching the video at the end and there was color in there and I thought that would look cool. So it's red if they do, green if they don't. So green if they need it, sure. And then if they don't have it, right, it's going to say they need the vaccine, it's going to change to true. So that is everything inside the class. So smartly named class 1. And then inside the actual code here, using problem 1, which is everything here over here, class program, static void. So here's the main here with all the arguments. And what this is doing here is just setting the 5 different patient objects. So I won't go through all of them, but just real quick, first name, middle initial, last name. So I did Mavericks players here. We're setting their name here. Luca doesn't have a middle name, so just put an underscore, but see, just in case, L. And actually, I don't think he has a middle name either. I just made that up. Anyway, then their ID, I just started at 1, counted up. I just randomly chose false, true, false. And then I added 3 different weights. The first time I wait if it was taken today, then I did a year ago, and then I tried to guess how many days are in 2 years. Probably not even close, but and then I just made up weights close to what they're actually listed as on the roster. And then for the appointment history, I just added 2, a physical and a visit. I just kept that the same on all of them. I guess you could change it to be whatever you wanted. And then here is all the outputs. So first, I'm just printing out everything I was already made. So that's with the 2 string thing. Oh, no, just kidding. That's down there. That's just outputting everything and then running the administer vaccine function. Then it's running everything again with the 2 string and the max weight, the display appointment, and then I just put a little space in between each of them. And I did that 5 times. So down here, it's going to do the same thing, but for Tim Hardaway, going to print his information, run the vaccine one, print out his information again, run the 2 string, max weight, display appointment, and then it's just going to have a blank line again. So let's run that. As we can see here, patient Luka Doncic, ID number 1, doesn't have the vaccine. bam, green, patient needs vaccine. Oh, look, now they have it. And then we run it again with the max weight. And those are the 2 visits. Little space, then it repeats. You can see it's different here for the people that I left vaccine as true. Starts with yes, doesn't change anything, and it does it 5 times. So that is homework 7. Have a great day.